channel. We're over in Australia, in Queensland. Just trying to catch a fish at the moment in a little creek up on the Sunshine Coast. And tomorrow we're heading out west to 4 hours west of Brisbane to a place called Chinchilla. We'll be out in Roma and Chinchilla. But we'll show you some interesting aircraft projects out there. And a project which a mate of mine has just done. He's converted a Jabiru. I call it a super Jabiru. It's the only one in Australia. In fact, I think it's the only one in the world. But I won't spoil the surprise. I'll show you the plane and I'll let him explain what he's done. Well, today we're at Chinchilla in Queensland, Australia. It's about 4 hours drive west of Brisbane. We didn't come over here in the Alpi, although a friend of mine did once. He came all the way from New Zealand over to here and back. So here we are. It's a place I used to be some years ago. In fact, one of my friends is just coming in now to see me, and I'll introduce you to another friend as well, and maybe we'll look around his hangar and see the planes that he has in there. So welcome to Chinchilla, Australia. Good to see you again, and maybe you could just tell us a little bit about the conversion that you've done to this Jabiru. I remember when you were flying around some years ago with the Jabiru engine in, you said you were going to do it, and it took a bit of time to get the parts. Well, please tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, thanks Dave, and look, good to catch up again, mate. Been a while now with coronavirus and all the rest of it keeping us apart, but look, what I had is I bought a standard Jabiru 230/430. I mean, mine only had the 2 seats. It was RA registered back in 2009, and I bought it with 69 hours on the engine. I managed to run it through to about 1200 hours without too many problems, even though I spent a lot of money on the engine with with lamies and all the rest of it to manage it properly. But I decided what I'd do is put an IO235 in it, which is the engine out of the 150, 152, Tomahawk, that type of thing, and see if we got some more reliability with the Lycoming. Anyway, it was a project that took 3 years to get it done. We beefed up the undercarriage. You can see with the nose wheel strut, it's been beefed up. The extra weight's probably about 60 kilos that I lost in empty weight. So look, all in all, it's been a good conversion. I cruise at around about 112 TAS. At around about 19 litres an hour.
Wow, so, that's the same as my Rodux.
It's excellent, yes. Look, I mean, everything else, Jabiru airframe, excellent airframe. They're very slippery, all the rest, very efficient. And I'm extremely happy with the outcome.
Yeah, I used to like flying the Jabirus around here. A few years back. They're great little airplane.
Just for a 2-seater. I mean, I've kept it as a 2-seater, even though I've registered at VH.
Yeah.
It is night VFR signed off, so I mean, I can fly it at night if I want to.
Yeah.
And look, you know, it's an excellent little.
Now I heard you've got some pretty impressive instrumentation in here, right?
Yeah. Look, we didn't waste any money when we did it. We figured if we were going to do it, we would do it properly. So I've put a G3X, Garmin G3X touch in it as the PFD. Yep. I've got a G500 autopilot. It's only roll. It's not pitch and roll. It's just roll, which is fine. I've put in a GTN 625 GPS and a navcom on top of that. So wow. Look, all in all, perfect little IFR trainer. Really, it's got VNav, LNav in it.
Yeah.
As an IFR pilot myself, it's interesting to go practice in VFR conditions because obviously I can't. It's not signed off IFR, so I'm not flying it in IMC. But you know what? If I ever had to, then maybe that'd be the case.
And so I've got to ask you, Alan, with your 182 and your Baron and the Jabiru, which one do you enjoy flying the most?
Oh, look, the Baron is by far the most enjoyable aeroplane I've ever flown. I mean, they are the Ferrari of the light twins. I mean, mind you, I do fly at lean of peak, so I get the fuel economy back to about 85 to 90 litres an hour. Mind you, at $3 a litre, that's still $300 an hour to pour into it with fuel. It's about another $300 an hour in maintenance. So, I mean, it's horses for courses, isn't it? I mean, if I want to go somewhere in a hurry, or particularly if we're doing any work, I mean, we take the Baron. Just a trip around, little flights, you know, up to sort of 250 miles. I mean, the Jabiru is so efficient, so
Yeah.
efficient from that point of view that that's an excellent little
Yeah.
aeroplane to fly.
I just remember some years back when we flew down to Roma to pick up this plane that had the Jabiru engine in, and that was just a great flight. And we were flying back in formation, and then you headed off to Tara, and I came down in here into Chinchilla.
Well, thanks, Dave. Nice to catch up again, mate. We'll see
You
you
too,
when you're
mate.
back in Australia next time.
All right.
And yep, one of a kind, the only Jabiru in Australia with a Lycoming engine in it.
Maybe we'll have one in New Zealand shortly.
Okay, no worries, mate.
We're
Talk
good.
soon, eh?
All right, take care, mate. So great to be back here in Chinchilla, and maybe you could just tell us a little bit about your beautiful Cherokee 6 here.
Well, I bought this in about 1984 off a property out west, and since then I've probably only done 1,000 hours, but it's had a new engine put in it, it's been completely repainted, the upholstery's been done, and unfortunately I don't fly it enough, but yeah.
Yeah, and I think what was that modification you did with Mike that time on the flaps? Was it?
Yeah.
Remember when you were going into his strip and?
Yeah, it's got a La Presti mod done to it.
Right.
The strip underneath covers the gaps between the.
I think if we go around here, we can see it, can't we? But that was is that a mandatory AD on Cherokees on the 6s, or is it just an optional?
It was a safety feature because they.
All right, you can't really see it from here, but
Yeah.
when the flaps are extended, it's enclosed, right?
Yeah, it's all.
And what's that 150? You've this little 150 project that you've got going. It's all finished now, isn't it?
Yeah, that sat in the hangar here for about 25 years,
Yeah.
and decided that I'd put it back to work, so we completely rebuilt it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, see that people are bigger these days. It's very hard to find people that want to train them anymore.
Do you know why? That's because of McDonald's, right?
Yeah, they call it
Yeah. So yeah, they are a little bit small inside. I used to fly them in the US years ago, and later on the 152. I'll still fly a 152 Aerobat today at the club. But yeah, that was a beautiful job.
Brilliant aircraft in absolutely immaculate condition.
Yeah.
Near enough to brand new.
So this is a Lancer, John. You know a little bit about these.
Yeah.
They've got some vices, haven't they? What size engine is in this? Huh?
Well, I thought it was either 250 or 300 horse.
Yeah. I think it's a 300.
I think it's a 300. Might be a 300.
Yeah, retractable constant speed, but
They don't like slowing down below 90 knots. Become unstable after that. So we did a bit of research on them, and most of the accidents happened in the circuit area. People pull the power off, and they fall out.
stall
of the sky.
spin. Yeah. Yeah, look, a very short wing.
Yeah, very short wing.
Yeah.
I've never been in it, so I don't really know what it's like.
So anyways, thanks for your time today,
All right,
John,
okay,
and
mate.
great to
Thank
see you again.
Okay.
Well, it's time to head back over the Tasman now. Today, I'll be sitting in the back of an A320 having a glass of wine. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Just finally, a plug for our main sponsor, ghwsupplement.com, your one-stop solution for unique supplements from NAC to Zinc Plus, turmeric, a whole bunch of things. Go visit it and stay healthy. See you again next time. Bye.